There we go. Hello, my friends. Mangaka here, up bright and early, as if I never went to bed. Finley was in bed, but I did not fall asleep. We are going to be a heavily sleep deprived individual. Cool news is we're doing a bit of a coaching session right now. Today I am doing a coaching session with Elegant Metal, who we will be calling shortly. I am just going to get one more thing set up real quick. Put this up here. Cave. And all right, let us guilty gear going off. I was so confused for like 2 minutes. All right, let's get Elegant Metal a call, my friends. Hello there. Hear me all right? Beautiful. Discord is behaving with me today. It usually does, but sometimes something just goes awry for whatever silly reason. No joke. And now I'm also paranoid about that. Let me just double check. Yep, we're looking good. Beautiful. All right, well, morning to you, Elegant Metal. If it's that early for you, it's a good time of the day for me. All right. How old's the puppy? Oh, that's a young pup. Ah, that's crazy. That's a nice young pup. All right. Well, thank you for booking me with Metafy. Appreciate that. I have been doing this for about like 2 weeks on Metafy, so I've been having some fairly new to being like a coach with it. So double check notifications. I'm actually curious as to how you found me, what brought you to me, and then we can begin things properly. Mm. Mm.
Next, I kind of been bouncing between like really focusing on one thing and then really focusing on something else. And I was like, man, I really wish I had somebody to be like, oh, well, this is like your biggest area of like weakness, and you should really focus on this. And so I just hopped on the Metafly thing. And for the first time, like whatever, like a week or two ago, whenever I booked you, and just honestly just grabbed somebody at random.
We take those.
Yeah.
We honestly take those. So it's actually like slight surprise to me because like I'm sort of used to people like trying out like reaching out for the free consultation that I offer first. It's like a little 30-minute meet down, quick
Mm-hmm.
some things. So I was little surprised to sort of just that you just jumped right in and booked 2 lessons. So
Yeah.
I really appreciate that. I'm gonna try
Yeah,
and
no problem.
make sure that I do good on that. Here we go. There. this? I had you muted on the stream like the first little bit, but I caught it. I fixed it. I was listening to watching the Dragon Ball Fighters World Finals. They're in B right now.
Oh, is that going on right now?
Mm-hmm. Been going on since like probably 4 a.m. your time.
Oh wow. Damn.
I've been awake for most of it somehow.
Oh wow.
I did not sleep because I closed at work, and then I got home, and I can't just fall asleep apparently, no matter what I do.
It can be hard.
Should have stayed up a bit. Should have done something to play, relax, unwind. Is my controller not going to behave? Okay. That one up. Either way, Metal. Let's get jumping into a few things there. So, looking at a few of the notes, you kind of just briefly mentioned like goals, identifying my weakest areas and focusing on those. So we're kind of trying to just sort of find the things to work on in this first session. Is that correct?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, right.
Okay. When it comes to Guilty Gear, what do you think are your weakest areas?
It'd definitely be getting probably getting out of like pressure strings. For sure. Like if I'm in the corner, I either just like I'm sitting there like using FD to try and get some space, but then I either end up I either end up sitting there for too long, not like, dashing out, like hitting like a 2P or something to get out of the corner, or I just sit there and get like grabbed like over and over and over or something like that.
Okay. All right. And what do you think some of your strengths are as a player?
I think that I'm pretty good at mixing up my pressure is I'm pretty okay at like, making sure I don't do the same thing like 7 times in a row when I run up and it's my turn to apply pressure.
Okay. So that's another strength. Good. All right. That's sort of like the balance of who you are, it seems. So, since we're going to be trying to do like a more like sort of like generalized approach and kind of find stuff to work on, we're going to, as part of like these sessions, I usually like to look at a few like gameplay
Okay.
that you've had with other people. And I see on Discord that it seems like you have this on PC,
Right.
which makes this a bit easier for me. So I'm booting up the network right now, and the easiest way for me to start looking at replays is for me to follow you, and that means finding your R code. So I think the quickest way I found, which let me make sure I'm in the right region, West Coast, I presume, based on your time zone?
Yeah, right.
So I'm going to go to West Coast, and then I'm going to go to Park 64.
Okay.
On the West Coast. I'll be hanging around by the entrance, and then I can just check out your R code there.
Okay, cool. And then Park 64, okay.
Elegant Metal, there they are. Alright. That's... No, I don't want to warp.
Oh, I need to get off the... Yeah, let's get off the...
There we go. QR code. Pull that up. And of course, then there's the 20-minute waiting period as this.
Yeah, this is so weird. This has to be like 200 kilobytes of data. I can't imagine. I don't know why this takes so long.
They have just done incredibly poor job of.
Yeah, the lobby system is. Yeah. It's so funny that the net code is so good, but the lobby system and everything else in between is so painful.
When it comes to an Arc System Works game, you can't have everything be incredible. You have to have something off or whack or whatever. That's just, for whatever reason, the nature of...
Yeah.
And I think I'd prefer the netcode to be the thing that's great and functioning, especially in the modern era that we're living in.
Yeah, right.
updating. All right, we are now here. Let's do. Seems like you are assigned to floor 9.
Yeah, I got hosed by Chip last night, like 7 times in a row.
I mean, like, listen, I relate to that. I lose to a Chip player quite often at my locals, but
Oh yeah.
I will usually forever just I have you follow. Let's play.
Yeah, as
I
far as the
usually-
floor goes, I'm usually on 10, and then like every once in a while I'll fight somebody that really beats me, and I of course want to like rematch them to figure out what's going on. But the tower isn't the greatest place to do that because you constantly get your floor updated trying to play them.
Right. Oh, how interesting. Change sort order. Sort by match day. So bizarre that I have first thing at the top are 2 replays from April.
Oh, that is weird.
Yeah, I don't know how they organize these things. Like, this stuff doesn't make. Seems like you're mostly playing Testament. Presume
Yeah.
that they are your main, right?
Right.
Okay. Right.
I used to play Axel, and then when Testament came out, I switched to Testament.
Pretty good character, especially in this version of the game. Or what? Oh, okay, I know why. It's because you have these two of these replays from April are like favorited
Oh, weird.
or something. So one of those things where like you're like, oh, that was a sick match. I want to save it. Whatever, mark it down.
Oh yeah.
All right, so let's see. You mentioned a Chip player, so I'm actually going to now do this where there's screen, here's Strive, here like this, get access. Alright. So on Discord, I'm streaming to you now, so that way we can just look at the plays together.
Mm-hmm.
We'll look at the set with you and Limp Wizard, and possibly some other games, as well as we start to piece together what we gotta do.
Yeah.
To get you into that celestial floor, which is sort of like my gimmicky clickbait name for.
Right.
Marketing. I actually have another student for Guilty Gear Strive right now, Jacob. And he was in floor 9 very consistently. Like, he's never been in floor 10, actually. And he was curious about like what he needed to do to improve. He kind of felt like his neutral was good, but his pressure was weak, and so we looked at that. He got floor 10 within like the next 2 days.
Oh, nice.
Because we just
That's
like,
awesome.
listen, man, you just gotta beat mashing.
Yeah.
Let's see what you. Oh, I skipped around.
Dude, the buttons for the replays are so weird.
They are. Slow payback, toggle. I want these. Can I change? Control guide, do not display, gauge display. Can't control that here, apparently. I really want to move the inputs from.
Oh, from the dead center.
Yeah, right? Like put them like down on the bottom or something. Figure that one out. Okay, we got drops, but we're playing the game right. We got good teleporting. Bombos, the low, PRC, run up in there. Beautiful throw. 7 letters. Alright, now Chip's got you. J2K, FDing. What we're supposed to do against that? I gotta look at that again. It's a nice thing about coaching, it makes me look at the game a bit more too sometimes, and then I can build up my own knowledge a bit. Okay.
Yeah,
Chip
right.
Things. PRC. Oh, okay, that was weird on their part. Overhead, mashing heavy slash. Burst not spent at all. Neither of you are bursting. What is this?
Yeah, I know. I can be pretty picky with the burst time. I should probably be a little bit more lenient with it.
We'll see how big of a habit that is. Good block on the overhead. Okay, whiffing buttons, but then we're doing a special follow-up there when that's not the special to do. We're trying to control space. Here we go. We get that. Bird, unfortunately. You look for burst and then you're not giving it. It's overhead. Dagon. Ship players. We all got hit, but chip player, my local good old Voltion runs up DPs. That ass.
Oh yeah. It's one of those things that's like good when you're new, and then it gets bad and intermediate, and then when you get really good, it becomes good again. Nobody expects it.
Well, they do all the habits and things to check it, and then they just I'm just like, then they get used to people not doing as much because it's all being checked. All right, good start. Got the crow, 5K, no conversion. Slowed on the button press. And again, we're in the corner situation here, trying to FD, pushing him back. He said, nice 2S. So if we're pressing one button, why are we pressing more? Nice, okay. Oh, another guy hit, and then all this, dying with burst again.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't think I used burst that last game, like at all.
No. Good throw. Okay, pressure there, but then we lost our turn after that. He was able to close the gap because we're not respecting chip speed. That's the hard thing, right? All right.
Yeah.
We're over here. Overhead. Oh, I want to block the overhead. Let him burst stay again. Dorsey, very smart choice. Finally, a burst. And then we bursted, and then you went for the low.
I didn't burst, he did.
Yeah. Well, he bursted. I was saying the burst happened.
Right.
I misspoke a bit. I'll blame sleep deprivation. Look at this one.
Duel 1. Let's rock.
That's unfortunate. Okay, we got those. 2S, poke them out, set them up. Full hit. Gross. Oh, we just missed.
Just whiffed, yeah.
Just barely missed. Happens. Good block on the low. FD. We walk forward. Throws again. YRC this time. The spooky point though. There we go. Just put him in the blender. Game 3. Finally bursted.
Finally bursted, yeah.
This should have been your 6th burst. Massive jump in. Take the combo. Throw punish. Very good. We know to do that.
Oh, there I should have supered. He was stained.
The YRC. Classic. I just YRC them to do a throw.
Yeah.
Tag him with the low. And then we're not, like, checking some of the space. Good 2P mash. Overhead. It's faster now. Harder to deal with. And he dies. Okay. So you're starting to use yellow RCs more in this set because we're trying to look for the answer.
Mm-hmm.
Lose the round start gambit. Backdashing, okay. We're starting to do different things. We're just getting bamboozled.
Yeah, I'm just getting... Yeah, I kept expecting from the last round to get grabbed, so I was like, alright, well, I'm going to backdash, and then I should have, like, 2P'd after I backdashed.
We got him tagged with Stain State, then we're going in with our kicks. Not using that scythe.
Right.
Yep.
I think if I'm remembering right, I kept whiffing the scythe and then getting like run up on. So I was like, well, maybe if I like tap him with a fast button, but obviously that's
But
where he wants to
right?
be anyways.
Yeah, you start to play like in that range. Let's go main menu, and let's put up the characters. Just because like you mentioned Chip, so I wanted to find one like the replay there and go through it. Let's do Brain Work Dojo. And we will pick Testament, and we will pick I will have to figure out a bit about these characters. So I think you were very accurate. Like when you got to play your offense and everything, like you were doing really, really well in terms of your pressure, right? Because we got, you know, all these buttons. You were doing teleports.
Arbiter signs is yeah.
How do I get
And then the
this
slash version, yeah.
There you go. Right, so you're using those like fairly well, but there was some weird bufferings and things that like I like noticed. So like you were trying to, like you would do sort of like this, and then Arbiter sign when you're like with enough of a delay actually to where it came out when you whiffed like this, which if you're doing this timing, you're not really controlling that space because we saw that Chip could just blitz and through and run up on you, right?
Right, yeah.
So. Now, I know that you wanted to kind of get in and take control of it, but I suppose like the one thing to always keep in mind is that as Testament, your objective is to sort of just play that zone game. In fact, if we look how short their recovery is, like I'm whiffing far slash, and then I can heavy slash like this soon.
Yeah, yeah.
I get even far slash, right? So
Right.
as much as we want to get in to run that pressure game, we want to Testament's sort of goal stay out and poke at him, right? Like, you know, sort of get in control space in front of him, so that you keep him out. 5K is actually really good normal. To like check some approaches too. Like it's a very fast, not so committal poke. Of course, the 6P is godlike.
Yeah.
That's like one thing I noticed. But now let's talk about like getting out of like this situation, right? So I'm gonna try and remember how Chip can do a few things. So let's set.
I don't know any buttons on Chip.
That's some of the thing, right? Like sometimes we have to like find answers and give ourselves goals. Much like that we lab offense and we figure out combos and block strings and mix-ups. We have to also figure out and lab defense, especially against like the optimized offense, right? Because that's the cool thing about like fighting games is that we figure out our offense very quickly when a game comes out, and we optimize that a lot, and then the defense meta catches up when we learn how to do that, right? So once we start to explore those options, we can give ourselves goals, right? Now, we talked about like with Chip. There we go. So Chip could do like a number of things, and for him, he really just did this. What's the damn button?
It's a one menu back and then command list.
My brain is. Oh, here we go.
No worries.
Oh yeah, it's all quarter circles. I have to reco again. Before to do it. Right?
Right.
So against like this, so this is a string, right? That Chip layer will do. This is sort of like him trying to catch us standing up. So here, training settings, recording settings, enabled. Okay. Right? If we don't FD, it works. If we FD, we push him out here.
Right.
And then that can whiff, right? And then watch this, right? So we FD, And then we have the space to press one of our far buttons.
Right.
So when you FD, you kind of want to FD with a purpose, so that you look, and then you can create a situation like, yeah, like that. Right? All of a sudden, like, we can push them out, take control with our far-reaching normals. Maybe not combo, but certainly just take control of the space again.
Yeah, right.
So this is sort of a call out to him, like trying that pressure. Whereas we're gonna do this, right? Okay. Right? Whereas if he does something like this, and we push him out, we have to be on the lookout for that. So,
Yeah.
let's set this to make sure I don't have any other slots recorded. I'm gonna set this to random, right? We FD, and we see here we FD. We know that if we see close slash far slash, we can just freely FD out, take a turn here.
Yeah.
And this is going to be both options. If he stops here and tries to run up throw, we've already made space to then whiff punish. So this is like being proactive with defense, right? So like blocking is a passive option. Blocking is the safest thing that you can do. And it's fine to do that. But if you give yourself a goal, like when you spend FD, right? Because that's the thing, you're spending a resource. I mean, we go from being able, like in this situation, we have 50 bar. So that means we can PRC, Blue RC, Red Roman cancel, Super, whatever.
Right.
But once you do this, you don't have those options anymore. So if you're spending FD, you need to have a goal in mind when you do it. For a string like this against like Chip in particular, when you're FDing, it's like I'm going to create space, get him off of me, and then I'm going to try and take control once I force him to my effective range.
Okay.
Right? And, you know, again, looking here, right, we could safely poke out with a 2K, but look what happens there, right? If we push him out with 2K, we don't get anything.
Yeah.
5K, I whiff. So that's something that we could do. Now, of course, there's way more to what Chip can do. So let's go back to slot 3, right? So Chip could do like this. No.
I think the one that he was doing when I was consistently FDing after close slash far slash or whatever was Gamma Blade. Is that the one where he makes like a clone of himself?
Yep. Right, so Chips could do this.
Right.
Right? And then he's plus, so then he can actually do this. Or that. So then, if we try to FD him out, let's see what happens. I'm going down around him. We got those things to work with. Oh, that's unfortunate. Right, so we push him out with FD. Beat these. But then Gamma Blade checks us. So that's why we become scared to do this. Then we have to sort of block and deal with it. But while he is plus, let's see, right? If we push him out with FD. Okay, if we try to poke with a low, and that's me trying to poke out with 5K.
Yeah.
Right? Like, but you see what I'm like sort of in a way doing? I'm trying to test all the options I can do. Right? Like here, I was able to get the 2K off. There, he jumps over it. What is this Gatling? Is this not Gatling?
I think 5K only Gatlings into
6P?
6D, 5P, and 6H.
Okay, so 5K 2D. Or actually, we want a 6P.
Yeah.
Do we?
If he's airborne, you'll knock him airborne, and then... Well, it looks like you got it there, too. On that one where he goes for the overhead, you could probably even do 6H after it.
Right, yeah. So, Chip
Yeah.
is plus after Gamma Blade, but because of that distance that we create from FDing, it does give us some time because he has to close the gap, right?
Right, yeah.
So all of a sudden, of course, we could try to backdash, right? Because if we were about throw, but then... Oh, now he actually threw me. That was funny. Right, so how you kind of do this is, okay, is he Gamma Blading me? Now that I create a distance, I can kind of wiggle out here, right? Check his approach after Gamma Blade. You know, doing like 5K seems to be the most consistent thing to do.
Right.
Ow. Right, so all of a sudden, like, you can start trying to make call-outs on defense, right? In Strive, as opposed to some other fighting games like Dragon Ball, passive blocking is a weaker defensive option because the opponents will have some plus frame moves or special moves to go into. They can threaten real strike throw mix at all times, so you have to make those guesses constantly.
Yeah.
And then there's the whole system mechanic of risk. Of just like, oh, you're building up risk by blocking. So
Right.
the game system sort of encourages us to try and be more proactive with defense, especially like with how important like meter resources is. If you're using FD here, we gotta achieve something with it.
Yeah.
Right, so you sort of just push them out and check them here. Because when you create like this distance, you can sort of take away their ability to keep that turn going. Start to try and build that meter back.
Yeah, right. So you lose meter
Yeah,
even though you're not building risk or whatever. And they just gain it the whole time they're on.
Yeah, and then
they're in
like
the
so, you know, this sequence, right? I lose that 50 meter. Here, if I poke out and hit him, we're back to 50 meter.
Yeah.
We're like neutral on meter in this particular interaction if we mash and win. Anyway. There's also, well, that's less of that option there. Now let's add in another layer to it where Chip goes for probably like suicide for a Chip to do without meter.
Yeah, because I'm pretty sure at that distance you can hit him with 2K.
Let's do. Remember the input. There it is. Right, another thing that he could potentially do this.
Yeah, the command grab. Brutal.
Right, so we like FD him out. But then, you know, if we FD him out, cause it to whiff.
Oh yeah. Dang.
So then all of a sudden, right, like, so when we FD Chip, that's hilarious.
Huh.
He's safe doing that.
Does it hit further if you're crouching? Actually, don't know. Yeah, huh? I didn't know that.
Either way, like, this gives us more time to react to it. Like, if we compare when this hits, so I'm going to control Chip. Right, when he does it from right here, as opposed to when we have some travel time.
Yeah,
might
right.
be some-
It's so much.
Yeah, so when we push him out, that kind of like reduces one of those options, right? I don't think you're in the wrong for FDing, but you're just kind of like, FD will solve it. No, FD is going to give you opportunities for you to solve it.
Yeah, right. Right.
If you're going to create the space, you want to create the space so that you can stop some of this pressure and start trying to poke back a little bit. So that's sort of like one of the things I think that we can start trying to change when it comes to you dealing with some like pressure sequences is when you fall as defense, you're trying to create like these gaps in these certain pressure strings so that you can then poke out your certain normals, sort of change their pressure to be less powerful, less plus, right?
Right.
So let's actually do the next part, which is going to be good here. Or do I just look up? Come back, controller. I like this. Son of a biscuit eating. Why did I lose my game sound when my controller fell? That's weird. Very weird.
Oh yeah, Guilty Gear's sound is really like if you change like from headphones to speakers, it'll like stop the music for a bit. I don't know. The Guilty Gear's sound is
I mean,
really weird.
You know,
But like it'll stop the music, but the background noises will keep going. It's I don't even I have no idea.
Thing, actually, I strive like wigged out Japanese fighting game developers and awful PC ports. Name a more iconic duo. Name a more iconic duo. Wasn't able to get back in.
Oh, no worries.
So now let's look at like some ideas, because when you play a character like Testament who has great zoning, great pressure, good mix, but one of their weaknesses is they don't have great reversals. They don't have like a dragon punch.
Yeah.
All of a sudden your defense needs to be like really clean because your opponent has more of a license to stagger and frame trap and not worry about an reversal.
Mm-hmm.
Server, of course we have to.
I played a little bit of. I was kind of surprised. I played a little bit of DNF, and it's like it doesn't have any of this like 45-minute launch the game stuff. I wish they could just put that in Strive.
Right. Yeah. Well, they kind of learned a few things. I think. Well, even then, I think 8-Bit developed it, and then.
Oh, right.
Although Arc System Works had a lot because apparently, like, it's the same engine as Strive. Like, you could like. Roman cancels are technically in DNF. Like you just change a few values and then Roman cancels. Like, so it's sort of like the same engine thing, but I think that they probably possibly learned a few lessons from Drive and
right.
fixed that there, and now it's just a matter of them going into this game and putting that work in when who knows what they're doing. Let's look up some player, all, floor limit, celestial, character 1. And 2, chip. And search. Blood Ball, Surveying. So these are some initial thoughts, right? Of like FDing with a purpose.
Right.
To create that space so that we can then contest it. Changing that habit of just passively burning bar. Because when you create that space and then you just sit there, you're just wasting meat.
Yeah.
So let's see how these two fight each other.
You'll have to restart your Discord stream.
Oh, thank you for reminding me, because I...
No worries.
Totally good. Forgot that shut down. Okay. So Chip wins some interactions, puts Surveying into the corner. Right, Gamma Blade. Don't really have the meter to FD right now, so we kind of just have to do this. Gamma Blade. Get the pressure going. Surveying probably tried jumping. 2P check. On this side. Testing the gameplay. Great super jump out. Now we have pressure. Tag him. And there's that burst. Yeah, here's burst. Reversal. Dang. Caught? That's illegal. But we see right there, right? Like, so they save the meter, and it's like, okay, well, I do have a reversal when I have 50 bar.
Yeah, right. And then they have to respect it.
Yeah, right? Which some people will not look for because, it's like, oh, Desmond doesn't have a DP. Oh, wait, how much meter do they have? Oh, that's unfortunate. Take the full hit. And anything crazy yet. Holding the pressure all the way through. So, what an anti-air. That was actually insane. So Sylvain seems to be a very patient player. Not spending the bar on like flawless defense. Just like, I'll block this. Now tell me, when did Sylvain burst?
Before the combo start.
Before the combo. That is a defensive resource too.
Yeah, for sure.
I do like Sylvain bursting when they weren't in the corner, just because like if you burst and you're still in the corner, if you lose the next
Against the
interaction,
chip especially.
yeah, like you're just going to be put back in the corner. Right?
Yeah.
5K checking, but we see again like they're sort of controlling that far space. Okay, we get the jump in. Doing the Testament player things, which you have down there, controlling air, right? We saw the air fireball.
Yeah.
The anti-air fireball, I should say. So without using FD at all, Sylvain just completely weathered that storm.
Yeah. Wow.
Right, and that's just being comfortable with like Chip's options, because all of Chip's tools are reactable. The thing with Chip is, he has so many of them.
Yeah. Right.
But I actually, so speaking of my Chip player Voltion, we went out the combo breaker together.
Oh, nice.
Oh, sick! Fatal error
Did it
crash.
Oh no.
That's OD. That is genuinely. But we went out a combo breaker, and I hung out. I actually was his pool runner for his bracket.
Oh, nice.
So I gotta hang out there, call him to play, watch some of his games. And Apology Man was in his pool. Fought Apology Man in winner's final of the pool. Lost.
Oh, really? Dang.
And this was the old patch, so before they buffed like Chips overhead to be faster, but then
Yeah.
in his Rekkas. And he felt like Apology Man just reacted to everything every time. Like, saw through, he just did the right thing every time.
Yeah.
So, there's like Apology Man knows the things to look for, has the answers like programmed into them, because Apology Man has studied the matchup and has labbed and practiced his defense option. Okay, when I see Chip Alpha Blade, this is what I do. When I see Chip Command Throw, this is what I do. When I see Chip blah, so on and so forth. Right?
Right.
So
right.
that's sort of like the next thing that we're gonna probably have to start looking for is that step where we start not only looking at our own character and optimizing all that, but looking at the enemy's character,
Right.
and understanding what they want to do and finding answers to it. So let's boot this up real quick and search again. Player all, Celestial Floor, Character, Testament, Chip, and begin search. Get the same. Yep. Okay, so let's look at game 2 for real this time.
It's a cursed game. It crashes every time anybody tries to watch it.
All right. Yeah. Poetic. I like the movement.
Wow.
All right, so we're seeing. Is that 5 heavy slash?
That's close slash.
Low slash reaching. That's crazy.
Yeah, that is nuts. I actually had no idea you could use it the anti-air like that.
Okay, well, that's a tool to learn from, right?
Yeah.
And then, they're so high up. Combo time. That's clean. Sylvain completely dominating this matchup. Fade back, throw out this anti-air fireball. Also checks forward, right?
Right.
Like, we see they move back when they landed. They're using a special move controlling that space, right? And then
Yeah.
absolutely clean. So we can get ideas for how your Testament can start using some of these tools.
Right. Yeah.
We see here, they're throwing out like some of those bigger startup buttons, like the far slash or 6 heavy slashes, and then they'll throw out 5P. It's like, okay, these all whiffed. My last course of action, I'm gonna throw out my fastest button. Check this. Oh. Spoilers.
Spoiler. Yeah.
Gotta be careful. The triggers on the PlayStation 5 can.
Yeah.
Or are we in? Yeah, we're still in this round, I guess. Nice goal, like I thought. Right, close slash, full bombo. Oh, you're fine. Take the hit. Okay. I had to get everything back in my head. Right, so they advance, throw out 2S, the ground control, we got mix, that happens. Blocking, so we saw jump.
Mm-hmm.
Jumping is another tool that you have as well to try and make a call to see if you can fuzzy jump. You know that term?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Cool. Your fighting game knowledge is really showing. Awesome. And then the 2P, what a
that's
jab.
crazy.
What a jab. Just kind of sensing it.
Yeah.
Like, and there's some timings too that you can use. So like you can call out like, okay, I don't think you're frame trapping me to blow up my mash. So I'm gonna press buttons. Under sight. Any your fireball again. Oh, eat that. I think that's 5H. Eat that 5H. Gamma blade. We saw jump mash. Again, the same thing. Sylvain.
Yeah.
Sylvain is like, nah, I'm not mixing it up. I'm not mixing it up. And then they burst here. Such a hero burst. Probably shouldn't have done it. Oh my lord.
Wow.
Why didn't I convert? That's so unfortunate.
It has to be counter hit for that to convert.
Crap. Well, that's cursed. They were just too soon on the 5K.
Oh. Yeah.
Now we're caught backdash too. Got the proper timing. So we get duffed.
Oh, damn.
Oof. They're going in for these close range scramble situations and oozing through the wall a second time. Now, remember when did Servanet use their burst in round 2?
In round 2, they used it when they had like no health and they were in the corner.
Right? They got it back.
Yeah, right.
They have it back now, right? So that's sort of like the thing, right? Like burst can come back between rounds depending on how they go. So, you know, Servanet tried to make the hero play, and now they're able to use it one last time to not lose the game. And now they have to do this absolutely cleanly, which, here we go. Hard knockdown.
Oh my gosh.
State. That was gross.
I would have been way too scared not to safe jump there because he's got super.
Yeah, he's got super beater, he's got bar right, but no, they just sent it.
Yeah.
That's the thing, right? You know, this chip has not shown reversal.
Right.
And this is going to come down to like a player intuition thing where it's like, okay, do I think that you're finally going to be scared enough to reversal here? Or you haven't shown me that you're going to use this. So I'm not going to respect it until you make me respect it, right?
Right.
There's, you know, that's going to be coin toss right there. This testament here wasn't scared. They said, you haven't shown me reversals. I am going to not be afraid of the threat because you haven't done it to me. Like, you have not shown me that you're willing to do it. So I'm just going to go do this because if I do this, I win.
Yeah.
And if you DP me, well, you DP'd me and I lose. Like,
right.
If I respect DP and you don't DP, I lost my shot to win, right? Like,
yeah, right.
This Servanet is playing to win. Sometimes you have to be like that. They punish. Oh, that's gross. They whiff the sign and then they still unbelievable.
Yeah, they made it a lot faster in the recent patch. Wow.
Clean. Now we're in the corner again. Okay. So what's the reward the chip gets off throw?
I mean, in this situation, he gets corner pressure, but like, you know, not a lot of HP.
Right. So some people will tell you the advice of just take the throw.
Right.
Because
Street Fighter V logic.
Yeah, Street Fighter V logic, right? Because like, okay, this isn't gonna kill me. You're not gonna get much reward for it, right? So Servanet is up backing. We're seeing this in pressure, right? trying to see them jump out. You kind of stay grounded. Now, of course, they're getting hit here, but... Oh, they goofed with the side combo. Low, tripping up the jump, no doubt. Laying the burst. Right? Like letting the RC hit, waiting for them to go pick up the combo. That's a good timing. It's a high level timing for bursting. Arbor Design.
Oh no.
There we go, you know, flailing around with some of those buttons. Great. Get back into space, right? Trying to poke out. That was sexy.
Yeah.
Backdash that from Chick avoiding it. That's great. Check at the OTG. Run up with that anti-air fireball again, because it's fast enough, it seems. Sustained state applied. Now we're chilling. Ooh, until the hit. Chip drops, though. Cross up. Resetting the throw. Gross. 2D, Gamma Blade. Ah, and we jumped again. Well, we don't mind this, right? Because now... Think of it this way, right? We try to jump. Now what's the situation?
Yeah, it's neutral with 50 meter.
Neutral 50 meter, they'll have positive bonus, but we're out of the corner. Like, they're not going to get
Yeah.
this big combo, and we just win. So sometimes it's, like, worth it to, like, not take the hit, but maybe wiggle, try and jump out. You know, if they just blocked, they would have been in that corner situation for longer. They would have let Chip build up more resources, like bar. They would have built up risk gauge, taken a bigger bit of damage. But, you know, it's like, okay, can I get out right now?
Yeah, it was like worth it for them to take the risk to get out of the corner because wall break into neutral was not that big of a deal.
Exactly. Check out this one. Well, sometimes it's helpful to be proactive, right? Let's look at this replay, and then I want to start writing down ideas for defense options that we see some of these Testament players use. So we got two different players now. Playing on the same... What is it with the Faust stage movie?
It's like one of the 3 like tournament legal stages.
No, about...
Or online legal stages.
Yeah, online
sorry.
legal. Yeah.
Yeah.
That makes more sense. I don't really get out on the online stuff too often.
Oh, yeah.
I just... It happens that I'm working. I work in the evenings. Like, oh no.
Yeah.
Alright, so again, taking control, Arbiter Sign, raw Arbiter Sign again. Trying to low profile, RC convert, get the kill. I interrupted on the 2S because we let Chip get in. 2K for the fast poke out. Here, actually, so this Unbreakable Doof is very patient. They want to see how Chip moves.
Yeah.
Backdash on wake up.
Yeah, and it dodged his, what was that, like 5K or something?
Yeah, dodge 5K. Some buttons you will dodge. So
Yeah.
then they don't get their string and they don't get their follow-up. Or you dodge throw and then this happens, right? And again, Unbreakable Doof has burst still.
Yeah.
But that's the thing to always think about, too, is that when you have burst, burst lets you be aggressive on defense.
Right.
So, like, if I'm sole bad guy, that's, like, my current main, and I have burst, that means if I DP and you punish me for it, I still have burst. Like, I don't have to eat the full DP punish. Like, I let you get it started, but then burst and get you off of me. Right? So, burst lets you play and make more aggressive decisions. Like here.
Yeah.
Caught mashing. Oh, I got hit? Alright, time to get off. Right? Testament shenanigans. What a call out. Actually crazy. Oh, and then like, I can do that too. And Chip's like, oh, I know you can. Right? But still, like, Unbreakable Doof made a choice on defense. They said, all right, let me bust out with this. If I get hit, it's only a round loss. I'm up a round. I spent my burst. Here we go. Backdash again, right? And then there we go. We look for it. Poke out now. You had a good sense of when to mash a few times. Oh my lord. Run up DP.
Wow.
Ebe, you Volteon on this guys, actually? Look at that. Sees the reset like they're just being aware. Poking out. Blue RC on wake up.
Ooh, nice.
Another way to use meter, and all of this because Unbreakable Doof isn't using FD.
Yeah, right.
Right, little bit of a just guard there. Poking out again. 5 die.
Oh, man.
Oh, and he's looking for burst. He's looking for burst so hard, this shit. Oh, this is it. GG, shake my safe. What we're seeing, right? Like, so, again, we've seen 2 Testament players against Strips not really use FD. They've jumped, they've mashed, they've reversal supered. They've backdashed on the wake-ups, right?
Right.
These are some of the tools that they've been using that are more proactive, that are letting them sort of get back into the game and fight back. After all, health is a resource too. If you don't, you know, you're not gonna die, maybe it's worth it to wiggle like a little bit.
Yeah, yeah.
And to call out certain things, right?
Right.
And then
So,
you know,
like,
go ahead.
yeah, so is it just like a, because yeah, I've been just like, if I'm in the corner, I'm just like, okay, I'm gonna FD, because that, I don't know, that's, I just thought that was like good. Like, obviously you want to FD against like Soul doing his far slash like punch thing to get out of, but is there like any, it's just always a character matchup thing where it's like, okay, I'm in the corner, should I FD or should I not? Or is that like more of like a mix-up defensive thing? Because like these people aren't.
Yeah, it's more of a mix-up tool. Like we saw Servanet here block. They just blocked and then picked their timing to challenge.
Right.
Meanwhile, we saw Unbreakable Doof like backdash on wake up, try to jump out, right? So because you have options on defense, like let's talk about a few things, right? So like if we get into the corner, go into the dojo again, and let's pick the characters again. Right, so we'll do this. Fighting game rock, paper, scissors on defense can be complex because you have to just sort of go by intuition, right?
Yeah.
Like what I think they're going to do. So like, you know, against something like this, I can try to fuzzy jump. And, you know, that'll beat it. You know, them true stringing it, right? But, you know, if they just true string it like that and I just block, they're not going to hit me. So they're going to do things to try and, like, make me, you know, like, get hit. So let's do recording settings. There we go, random. Right? So let's, like, explore jumping as an option, right? Gamma Blade catches it. But what's the reward for hitting this Gamma Blade, right? Okay, they get, like, this OTG. Here I'm successfully fuzzy jumping. And then, you know, right, if we jump, and they go for a button like that, we're able to jump out of that.
Yeah.
And here I was able to actually jump that, right? So all at once, like, we're covering the command throw, and we're still able to Gamma Blade. Deal with the Gamma Blade.
Yeah, yeah.
Here I was able to actually dodge it completely. And then if they throw, all of a sudden, voila. Like, we're making this choice to call out, like, certain options. I think they're going to throw me. I think that they're going to try and Gamma Blade me, right? Like, we can escape all of this. They have to do that particular option to not lose the jump. FD, we can sort of mess with the Gamma Blade and have more space to poke out with, right? That's like our objective here. Or whiff punish that. So, there's sort of like that option, right? There's YR seeing, of course, just to say no. Like, I can't afford to take this back.
Yeah, right.
Just bursting out. Like, nah, I want to just go back to neutral. I don't want to hold this. Spend this resource early, get into my second chance at neutral. Very committal option, though, because we only have one to use at a given moment.
Yeah.
And then, of course, there's just blocking and then trying to react. Now let's do backdash, right? If we mash backdash, the command grab that hits us.
Yeah.
If we look for command grab, you know, if we backdash with the Gamma Blade, we can call being thrown like here. Does catch that though.
Yeah.
So backdash is kind of a niche option in the corner, but still could be worth going for, especially if we're using it as a reactionary tool to the command throw. Like, So, hopefully. Ah, like we look for them to stop him. Ganon Blade, probably not a good move. Blocking, probably the better move. But here we go, right? Like if we backdash the command throw, we create a situation where we can punish it.
Yeah.
Well, alternatively, GP checks it. Also,
Yeah.
check my inputs on the left side. I'm actually gonna do it like this. Pussy,
yeah.
right?
Fuzzy, yeah.
So this is an option, right? Like we could go for this, and if they blow, and if they're the kind of player that's staggering to call it out, then we get called out. We go, okay, he's checking for mashing. I should put mashing away. I should try jumping instead. Right? If he's frame trapping, then maybe I jump instead. Maybe I FD instead.
Mm-hmm.
You know, or my mash wasn't like fast enough or something like that.
Yeah, right.
So playing with these other options on defense could be like a huge starting point for it. But the big thing from you especially is,
yeah.
I gotta see this. We gotta be seeing this. This
yeah.
is such a huge tool. Let's watch a few other of your games, because we looked at chip in a vacuum, and I want to see like some other ideas. Get other ideas. Lecturing play, preparing network, communicating with server.
Yeah, sometimes when you're doing fucking training stuff and you're going through menus, it feels like an MMO. You spend 90% of your time in menus.
Check out you and Kai. I want to see some of these options.
Mm-hmm.
Duel 1. Let's rock.
Right? Starting off chill. We're controlling the ground. We're seeing the jumps, all right? So we should make a note. Like, all right, this player jumped. That should be going up. Right? We're doing the game plan. This is all perfect. We burst it out. Reversal Arbiter Sign. I don't mind this as much just because you do have PRC.
Right.
But I like to see something like in these situations, Arbiter Sign. You have to think of it this way. Like, Arbiter Sign is your mix-up tool. This is your, I have you in pressure, now I want you to guess. When we're in neutral scramble situations, think about the space that Arbiter Sign controls compared to, like, your Fireball.
Right.
Massive difference, right?
Yeah.
So if you're trying to get control of a situation, Fireballs. Or buttons. Arbiter Sign is your mix-up tool. So, something to think about. But that was... Mwah! Chef's kiss. That was gorgeous. And then again, right? Like Arbiter Sign mix. Arbiter Sign mix. Like, you got control of the situation.
Right.
Like when you use it for that, it's perfect. Okay, 6B. Checking with the Fireball. Advancing with it. Okay. Some curious ideas. And right there, right? Did you think he was going to throw you?
Yeah.
Yeah, so you were attacking a throw, and then all of a sudden, oh, he got thrown. Awesome.
Yeah,
Going for a throw was also another defensive option, like reading the throw tech. Now, of course, against, are there matchups where trying to tech a throw is weaker?
Yeah, for sure.
Right. Well, yeah. Which matchups are those?
Anybody with a really good command grab, like
Command
Soul,
throw,
Potemkin,
Nagoriyuki,
Mm-hmm.
Faust.
Yeah.
Those are all command throws that have throw invulnerability, so throw tech against them is weaker. So therefore, if you want to call it a throw, what's a different option you should try?
Jump, backdash.
Jump, backdash, mash.
Mm-hmm.
Right, so we keep those in mind. Oh, that's unfortunate. Punish. Hilarious. Oh, this time we jumped. That was gorgeous. That was gorgeous. He immediately adjusted, but then we dropped.
Yeah, I should have supered. I didn't realize it was going to take so long.
YRC, kind of a spooky spot to do that, just because like if he blocks after the jump in, like he die.
Yeah, and he had, as you saw, he's got meter, so he can just BRC the jump in too.
Okay, now we're chilling. Here comes the FD again, right? we're creating space, but we're not like doing much with it. We do 6P as jump, which is good. But
Yeah.
after we 6P as jump, right? Like you made him block. Let's explore that situation in the lab after this, right?
Okay.
Vapor throw. That is so fortunate for you. That's unreal.
Yeah.
All right, now I got the same state. Now I got pressure game. Now we mix GG. Shake my hand. Not able to do anything about that.
Yeah.
All right, so let's look at this situation in the real quick, right? Because like you're like looking for things. Like you're kind of flailing, but you're sort of flailing without an objective on defense. It's
Yeah,
I'm in the
for
corner.
sure.
I just want to get out. Let's
Yeah.
have Kai like jump for whatever reason, and then let's 6P, right? Like we want to be able to OS when we press a button, right? Like I mentioned before, like if you're gonna press one button, why not press two? Because then you can convert. Kai, I need you to chill out. These are Chips recordings, my good lad. Okay, right? So, let's say, for whatever reason, Kai is, like, jumping at us, right? 6P. Oh, that's messed up. So he jumps like this, right? Hold on, make him block, right? So say he jumps, and we 6P him. First off, we're hella plus.
Yeah.
Right, we can move. So we 6P. Okay, for starters, if we 6P push him back, he's in far slash range.
Right.
Like, he lands into it. So all of a sudden, if we 6P this, we can just take our turn. There's that close slash again. Right? So all of a sudden, we can go into our set play. We can go into our range play, start fighting. We don't care that we're in the corner. Doesn't matter if we're in the corner. They block 6P. Now we're in this, you blocked 6P in the air position.
Yeah.
Now I can press my buttons, right? We get this, we go into all this, and then we teleport, fake teleport, whatever, right?
Yeah.
Like, those are those options to explore. We could run up, maybe try 2K. All of a sudden, it's not just a mid, it's a low. Run up 5D. Right? Because now they're like, oh, I blocked this button. Right? All of a sudden, like, we have options. You know, it's it's recognizing these situations and going for these things, you know, and if we hit them, maybe, all right, what if we 6P this? Like OS, right? All of a sudden,
Yeah.
all of a sudden we have teleport, fake teleport as a play. This looks less good. So this looks pretty good.
Yeah.
Because then we do this. We do this.
Oh, right.
And then we can send the crow to him, right? Like all of a sudden we can just apply stain state.
Yeah.
Just off of them blocking 6P, off of you pressing that button, you should be like, oh, let's get aggressive now. Because you
Yeah,
blocked.
right.
Now it's my turn. So that's something that you could be looking at and doing, right? Like, so this is a defensive option. You know, this beats some mids that aren't just disjointed. This
Yeah.
beats some head attack boxes and anti-airs, right? Once they block this, it's go time. You know?
Yeah.
We get the follow-up. It's also why we, like, buffer our inputs, right? So that if this hits,
We can
this comes out.
confirm it into something. Yeah.
yeah, we can confirm it. So if they get hit, we have it confirmed. If they block it, we can go into stain. You know, we can then summon the bird after, apply stain state. Like, it's recognizing that situation and then, like, pressing it with that intention in mind. If you get hit, you get hit. You are trying something. But
Yeah.
if you press this with the purpose of, yo, if I can stop this and get this, all of a sudden it's back to my game plan. All of a sudden I'm fighting my way out of this corner. Nobody puts baby in the corner. Thank you for catching that reference. So that's sort of like some of the ideas here, right? Like, there's just more to defense than just like blocking and holding it and emptying them away to create that space. There's
Right.
emptying with a purpose, create space to fight back. There's 6Ping with a purpose there, calling out certain options or whatever. Like, being aware of the opponent's tools and how to counter them. Because, like, you can 6P anything Soul wants to do to you, minus him, like, 2K.
Yeah.
That's huge, because then, you know, if it works, then you get him off of you, and then you put him back to full screen, etc., etc. So that can be, like, hugely massive for changing our situation and getting out of the corner. Just by blocking, blocking's fine, right? Like, it's a very safe option. It's a very non-committal option. It's a very much like, yo, I'm going to commit. You got to mix me. You got to make sure that I can't react.
Yeah,
But your
right.
defense got to be on point for it.
Mm-hmm.
Otherwise, you know, sit there, let the risk range crank up. Sometimes you got to make a choice. Jumping's a choice. Backdashing's a choice. Pressing our fast challenge buttons are choices. FDing to create space and then poke out is a choice. But just mindlessly flawless defensing isn't going to fix the problem.
Yeah.
You have to do it with like a supplementary purpose to it.
Yeah, right. Like if I want to push them out into like, you know, /range or make them or catch them running back with like Game of Blade 2K, 5K, whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Right? So,
Yeah, I hear you.
something to do with that. Now, do you have like a sticky notes on your computer? Like,
Yeah.
like an app or something? I want you to pull
Yeah,
those
yeah.
up because I want you to be able to make a few notes as we go through like our talking and get ideas.
Mm-hmm.
So that when you do another play session, when you play, we're going to have you review those notes right before you play and start trying to apply these things.
Okay.
So let me know when you're ready to write a few things down.
Yep, I am ready to go.
Okay. So, first thing to do, faultless defense with a purpose.
Mm-hmm.
Right? Create space so you can challenge. Right?
Got it.
Right? So create that space. Play defense RPS. You know, try backdashing, try jumping, try mashing.
Right.
All of those are different tools, and cycling between them is good. Reversal supers is another thing that you can do.
Mm-hmm.
If you play that defense RPS more, you're going to create more situations for you to get out.
Right. Okay. Yeah, like RPS where, you know, faultless defense is just one RPS option, right? And so when I'm just sitting there in the corner pressing FD, I'm just doing paper over and over and over.
Exactly. So you got to mix it up,
Right.
right? The other big thing, I want you to put this at the very top in all caps.
Okay.
Use my burst.
Yeah,
Use
true,
it. It's gonna
true.
change. It's gonna change it. You can use it whenever. You can use it when you're getting comboed to stop it. You can use it when you're getting pressured in the corner. You're like, get off of me. But you got to use this tool. You're not playing with one of the biggest defensive resources. And as you get used to it, it's gonna let you fix your mistakes, right? Like if you get hit mashing, burst says, okay, I'm sorry, I goofed. You got me, but I'm not gonna eat a combo.
Yeah, right.
Right? This will let you play more aggressive on defense RPS. So like, let's say, let's keep looking at a couple other like high-level replays, and we'll just look at like testaments in general. Get some ideas for other defense things, and not just against Chip, because we looked at them with Chip already.
Yeah.
Replay. Communicate with server. Oh lord, I'm very weak. No, not you. Celestial Floor, Character, Testament. In search. Alright. Brave, Gurn, and Marcy. Let's look up this game. Stu are probably playing in a set right now, and we only have game one.
Oh, right.
If I had to make a guess, or I could be completely wrong. One and done. It was so toxic. It was such a bad connection. Alright. Okay. Retreating air fireballs. Usual stuff. We got neutral. There's two waifus battling it out. Although this begs a question. Is Testament a waifu?
Ooh.
Or are they a
that is hard
husbando?
question. That is a hard
Or
question.
are they just a are they just a spouse? A spousal? What is the non-binary term equivalent of husbando and waifu? That is a great question.
I don't know.
Right? All of a sudden, philosophy.
Philosophy right here.
Okay. Now, in the corner, first thing we see.
Yeah, FD.
Yeah, FD coming out.
Oh,
FD into what?
into the
Into a 2K mash. It's
immediately.
like, I'm creating space to push you back so I can mash. Look at that.
Right.
FDing with a purpose. Now we got out of the corner. Just that one choice.
Yeah.
FD, make space. They probably know the button too. It's like, oh, if I FD this, I make space and I can go bam.
Yeah, yeah.
Right? Labbing the interaction of what FD does. Oh my god, what a deep cut. What a deep cut. Run full screen 2K to punish as a low on landing. Disgusting. Hold this, mix.
Oh, the raw arbors.
I mean, hey, high-low.
Yeah, it's a high-low for sure.
High-low throw. All right, now here we are. You can, okay, now note that
in mix hell.
In mix hell, but what's the situation right now? We're in the corner.
Yeah, I don't know Jacko very well. All I know is that she can like cover her block string gaps with attack from the minion.
Yeah, so minions there. But what resources do we have?
We can YRC, which would get rid of the minion, I think. FD obviously, reversal super, which it's a slow reversal super.
Well, okay, well, like let me sort of like elaborate again. So like you're listing options that we have, which is good.
Right.
You're thinking about what you can do. But what's the situation?
Oh. Jacko is like one hit away from death.
And we're got
in
like
the corner.
Yeah, in the corner, and we have all in Testament, and we're gonna identify with the Testament player because that's who you play.
Right. Yeah, yeah.
Has all of this life. Are they gonna die on the next hit?
No.
Right. And we have burst. We got meter.
Yeah.
Safest thing to do is block.
Yeah.
Is it not?
Right. For sure.
Like if we get thrown, oh no, I guess.
Yeah.
FD, and look at that.
Yeah.
Block. Take a safe jump. Like we just chilled. We just big chilled. Like, and then when it came down to it, we were just able to make the big thing. There we go. There's that counter hit burst. Very safe burst point. But we eat it again a second time, and now we're here. All right, now let's compare this situation to the one that we were previously in. All right. Testament doesn't have bar. We don't have 50 meter, so no IRC. They don't have burst. Jacko isn't a hit from dead. Jacko's got bar. This is kind of scary.
Yeah.
Let's see what Testament tries to go for here. I'm turning inputs on. They got FD. Macro going. FD, create space, jump.
The delay.
The delay right there,
Filthy.
right? That was absolutely filthy, right? But again, delay to create space, and then they jumped out.
Yeah.
You know, they FD'd, and then they had a follow-up to FD. Here we go, FDing again. Oh!
It hurts.
Hard knockdown. Right? FDing, because we're just trying to deal with the chip damage, right? That's the other purpose of FD.
Right.
But yeah, we just kind of commit to block. Okay, you got me that round. Listen, it's like, all right, I had a full charge 5D. All right, this round's yours. All right, I forfeit. You know, so just being patient. Okay, now we're back to this screen. We just got neutral interaction, which we're not really looking at today. But now we're back in the corner. Now we're out of the corner. God bless. Jacko's got plus. Positive bonus, though. Oh, and we lost the round start.
Just immediately burst on it regenerating.
Just burst, let them get cozy, right? Like, they'd have to, like, spend 50, like, they have to, like, RC right there to call it a burst.
Yeah.
They'd have to make a hell of a read, and they're not going to do that. Not quite yet. Now we got to play Nooch. Beautiful 6B.
Wow,
Get off of me. Get off of me. Fireball control. Let's play Nooch. Oh, they had such a good idea. But, see what happened?
Yeah.
6B blocked in air. Forced their turn.
Yeah, then they just immediately,
Yeah, forced their
Forward
turn.
slash.
The button did whiff. But they had every right to press it.
Yeah.
Pressing these things with a purpose. 6B. Ooh, that was spooky. Take the turn. PRC. Let's get some pressure. Mixing up options. Lows, lows. Multiple lows, too, because, you know, like, that's going to blow up, like, them standing to throw tech.
Yeah, yeah.
These players aren't really worried about being thrown. It's like, hey, I don't care, man. I'm just going to hold down back because if I get tripped up, that's worse.
Right, yeah. I definitely throw, like, way too much.
Right? Throwing is way safer when you have 50 bar.
Yeah.
Run up low because we did overhead last time.
Yeah.
We gotta see, like, this Testament does not spend an eternity in the corner. Right? Like, they find ways to jump out. They block until they go, okay, I think you're gonna try to throw me because I've only shown you that I'm blocking. I'm not gonna get hit mashing, nothing like that. Right? Cycling through the options using burst.
Yeah.
If you do these things, you'll be able to challenge for Celestial 4.
Yeah.
I'm guessing, have you gotten into Celestial 4 ever?
I got last week or something. I got 3 wins into the Celestial Floor Challenge, but that's as close as I've gotten.
Okay, like ever?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool. I just wanted to get that baseline. It can be hard because you fight really sweaty people.
Yeah, the thing that's always surprising is the skill jump between like just random floor 10 people and the Celestial. It's like, whoa! It's like jumping into like a cold pool.
Here we go. We got pressure. RC. What a challenge.
Yeah.
Knowing ram strings probably, and then just making the choice of like, listen, if I get hit here, I just burst out. Like,
Yeah,
I
you
just get out. But if I interrupt you and I can escape, we're playing the game again. Which you had a little bit too. You had a little bit too. But it's not just FD, right?
Yeah.
There we go, bursting on the counter hit. Ooh,
Oh no.
Blue RC trying to get in there, but the button was too active. They picked 6B as well. So like just too slow of an option.
Oh no, they didn't have the sword to do it.
Again, just being passive. It's like, listen, man, you don't got the slash sword out.
Oh,
I can big chill. I can big chill. Right? Matchup awareness. So this is where you're gonna have to start thinking about it, right? Because you have the pressure in the offense to win you games already. Your next big development is going to be figuring out what your defense should be against the rest of the cast.
Yeah.
So that
yeah,
you
for
can
sure.
pick your mashes right, you can pick your FDs better, you can pick your jumps better.
Right.
That's going to be the hardest thing to start to do because, you know, people, when you do this, your people who don't have real offense are never going to beat you. But people who do have real offense, you get to play the game
Yeah, yeah.
and not just lose to them, right? It's not going to be these cases where, like what I was seeing, where if you got rolling, you won, but if you didn't get rolling, you lost.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, just
Right.
like watching the replays or whatever, it's like you can see how much like my offense is like pretty good, and I'm like covering my neutral options like okay, and then just like the second I get put in the corner, like just like you can totally tell I'm just like floundering,
Yeah,
like
no,
trying to figure out what to do.
Yeah, you need to know what to do before the game. There
Yeah.
you go, right? We're just taking all this pressure, gorgeous stuff, and then Ramlethal just says far slash.
Yeah.
Hold this. Oh!
no.
That's unfortunate. That's why I got burst. Oh, guys.
The day one testament grab, dude.
Day one. Unbelievable. And then reversal,
Damn.
right?
Yeah.
They haven't shown it for a while. Like, you know, you fall asleep on it and just like go, hey, there's a gap. Completely
And
won
then
the
you just
game.
won the game. Yeah.
Absolutely massive.
私は強いだけ勝ててない
Damn. Spitting bars.
Renlithal gets to play with a puppy when she wins. It's unfair.
Wendy Williams, Blood Balls. Let's pull this one up. I'm going to get a quick snack.
Duel 1. Let's rock.
Oh wow.
Well, this is a cool Testament color.
Yeah, I like the. I mean, it's funny. The thing I like about that color a lot is on some stages, but not this one. The hair is like very faintly pink, not just white.
All right, we've seen both players reversal, right?
Yeah.
I know, but everyone that you're fighting He's looking for those reversals.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
But you still gotta put them out.
Yeah, yeah.
You will catch people. Oh, unfortunate. I think that was a throw attempt. Check attempt.
Oh man, I don't know what it is. Another character I was kind of struggling against for a while was Leo. And I was playing against him a lot, so it was fine. I was getting better, and then I don't know what happened. I swear, like every Leo player at my level just switched to Chip or like Kai. I don't know what happened. Like that's all I play. Must just be the time of day that I play. Used to play against a ton of Leos, but now I don't ever play against them. It's so weird.
That's unusual. It just means you gotta learn defense against those characters.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh.
Oh, wow.
Come on, that was gorgeous.
That's insane. Oh yeah, this person's also like mashing close slash when the chip's like right above them. I need to do that. Oh, the fake. Oh. That was the coolest change they added to Testament for sure, was the... Oh!
Brother.
That connects too.
This
Dude,
is
this
why
character
we
is
watch
so
replays.
sick.
This character is so sick. This is why we watch replays, right? To get some ideas.
Yeah, yeah.
So, like, not to discredit my service, but you don't need me to do this.
Oh, right.
Whenever you need to study, if you need answers for a matchup,
Yeah.
replays.
Right,
Like, Celestial Floor stuff. You can, like, get ideas and notes, and you can ask questions about it. And, like, go, why do they do that? And you can
Yeah,
lab
yeah.
it, see if there's a reason for it, right?
Mm-hmm.
Look at their inputs, anything like that. Like, if you take that time, you can start learning matchups by watching other players play it.
Yeah.
And learning tech to steal, because that counter hit combo was sick shit.
Yeah, that was really cool. Damn.
Yeah, what was that?
I don't know what they PRC'd out of.
That's what I'm trying to figure out.
Duel 1.
I think this went all the way
They
back.
definitely
to the start. Yeah.
immediately regretted whatever it was. I'm assuming it was Fireball.
Let me get hit. What's the slow payback button? No one. No. Can I go slower or no? Okay. So, let's look at their inputs. Let's see what they press.
Oh no, they just did 2K and just PRC'd out of it.
Does Testament have a quarter circle forward kick?
No.
Okay. So very weird.
I mean, yeah, they might have just realized that the 2K was gonna whiff and just panicked because that would have been bad.
Or probably an OS. If it whiffs PRC, then you can keep your stuff safe.
Right.
If they block,
right.
then you Red Arrow and cancel, and you just confirm into pressure.
Yeah, that makes sense.
They really try to throw punish that. That's crazy.
Yeah, that's scary.
You just 2K2D. They die. Okay. Return to list. Let's look at another one up. Clear lamp.
Duel 1. Let's rock.
Feeling neutral. Alright, we got thrown. Happens. Frame trap. Bursted immediately. This time they mashed.
Yeah.
Saying you're not running up on me again.
Oh my gosh.
Right? And look at this too. Like, they're just contesting this space. They may be in the corner, but they're still fighting for the space in front of them.
Yeah.
Like, zoning from the corner. Like, you can always fight back.
Mm-hmm.
You know, just because you're in the corner doesn't mean that, like, your buttons go away. You can still fight.
Yeah.
Especially at this range, when Testament is cozy.
Yeah, and those fake teleports to keep them in the air a little bit longer to bait out like 6Ps and stuff is pretty cool.
Mm-hmm.
I've never used it like that.
Another idea. Feel free to write that one down.
Yeah.
Got some check for you still. And again, we saw 6B. Damn it, I control. We saw 6B, forward fireball, and destroy. Like when we press it, we should be buffering so that we can confirm. Without even thinking about it.
Yeah, yeah.
I think I skipped the game.
That's alright.
Well, that's unfortunate. What a tech.
Oh, wow.
Control space, deep run out. Controlling space. Why did our Testament player jump?
Actually don't know.
Previous round.
Duel 1. Let's rock.
This was, I think, the
The
one.
game start, you filthy liar.
Duel.
Let's
rock.
Well, let's look at the situation again. First.
It's like right here. Wow. Huh. I'm assuming they were thinking about the his like flip kick thing. I don't know the name of it, but
Food arc.
yeah. But I don't know.
They're
they're
calling
covering here.
him out jumping their fireball.
Oh, I see. Okay.
So they're covering two options. So at the same time with this fireball, with how Testament's fireball works, with how it travels, they can cover the ground and then they can jump and cover the air too, in case like they jump IAD in.
Right.
So that's like a part of their neutral, right? So controlling that space, controlling two layers of space.
Right.
That's the good stuff. We get thrown again. Now we're in this situation. What a delay. That was sexy.
Oh no.
Burst baiting going on.
Yeah.
Testament held theirs, didn't fall for it, and then they're just like, oh, you want to run up now? 2K. Oh, it's unfortunate. Did you really look for it again? Okay, yo, this Testament mad. This Testament craved. There we go. Full combo, full bombos. Drop opportunities.
Oh no. Nice.
Damn, they really bet it all.
Yeah, they went all in on that.
Okay. They're kind of just chilling, right?
Yeah.
Finally come up and poke when they see that it's their turn. But we see, like, this Testament has cycled through, like, jab checking, mashing, all kinds of stuff.
Right. Yeah.
And then, you know, they go back to blocking. Like, they're always varying up their defense option. That's a good thing. You need to be doing that, too. Because if you don't vary it, then your opponent has an easier time just running their offense.
Yeah.
There was trying to FG and mash, and here we are. Oh, my God.
Wow.
What a 2 Controlled space. There we go again. They try to mix.
Yeah.
But then they all whiff, but they have PRC, so huge.
That 6H was the biggest jump call out.
Oh, gorgeous Kylo.
Damn. I also, yeah, Kai, like, there's like one button of Kai's, I think it's like, he's got like a command kick or something like that,
6K?
that like that thing like makes you wall bounce and you just die if you get hit by that shit. That shit hurts.
Indeed it do. Indeed it do. All right, let's look at this one. Get some idea. Now, I will say, the one benefit to looking at games with me is that, based on our conversations, I am seeing things that you are not seeing.
Mm-hmm. Right.
But that being said, don't be scared to go watch them on your own time and take your time and go through and make sure you don't miss a detail like
Yeah. Right.
this.
It's not a big deal. We can handle it.
That's question. Like this. Look at that!
Yeah.
Immediately, just like, nah, this is Gold Lewis. I don't want to be in
Yeah,
this
fuck.
situation.
I might have even bursted there, dude. Go lose is so scary.
No meter to deal with the Behemoth Typhoon ship.
Yeah. Fuck.
All right, we FD'd, and then what?
He's probably gonna look for. He's in space to use like 2S or whatever, so he's
Alright,
probably
yeah.
gonna look for that.
I think I might have misphrased like what I was trying to get at.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, media burst. Or you get hit. So they Flawless Defense. What do they supplement it with?
Oh, backdash. Yeah.
Yep, right? Mid-screen.
Mm-hmm.
Double backdash even. Just like, no, get me out of this space. Oh, that was nasty.
Wow.
Going for a throw there, like, hey, maybe if I try this. Because if I, like, listen, they're already in the corner against Gold Lewis. Like, they're going to lose this round.
Yeah. Right.
If this throw works, then all of a sudden we got a round.
Yeah.
If it doesn't work, I was going to lose anyway.
Yeah. That makes sense.
Gold Lewis paying the same favor back. Cringe laser. Oh, that was cheap!
Wow.
YRC finally. Catch him at the ankles. Run up, pressure. Arbiter sign. That's so spooky.
Oh.
Here we go, just playing the Testament game. Cringe laser?
he's
Brother.
dead. Yeah.
That is not a reversal.
If he used his other super, he would have killed.
Probably, yeah.
Oh yeah, what the fuck do you do here, dude?
Yeah, right? All of a sudden, now we're in
Oh.
this situation. Just block.
Wow,
And they pick
nice.
throw. And they pick throw. And they're like, alright, I'm throwing you or I'm teching a throw. One of the two. Again, like, throw is a defensive option, too.
Yeah.
Picking our time to do it correctly. And wisely. Don't know how I feel about that
thing
verse.
eats the bird.
Throw tech. Okay, this Testament we see likes to go to throw.
Yeah.
Oh, come
Oh
on.
no.
Wow. That could have been so different.
Yeah.
Couple of good throws.
Yeah, I'll have to look up how I want to see. I'll have to look up how these testaments deal with the Thunderbird, the drone thing he pulls out, because it eats all of your projectiles. It eats all of them.
Yeah, I mean, you just go, oh shit, Thunderbird's out.
Yeah, and then
Honestly,
like,
it's a
of course
crap
he's waiting for you to and of course he's waiting for you to jump, so he just does the jump like the big ass casket thing and launches you for 90% of HP.
Right, here we go. They try to go in, try to contest,
Yeah.
and here we are. And again, like Anima had burst, so it's like I'm gonna fight back. If I lose, I got burst.
Yeah.
Okay, they press something. 6B.
Oh, nice.
6B buffering that fireball, so if it works, they get it. Now
Yeah,
we play
right.
step play, right? You know, again, pressing with a purpose. Arbiter sign, can't jump this. Going down. Just strike throw, just strike pressure right now. And there it is. The
That's what he wanted.
Wonderbot.
Oh, but the bot doesn't go away when he gets
But
hit.
think about this. Think about this. The bot didn't go away, but now it's detonated.
Yeah, right.
Lewis is in a position to follow up.
Mm-hmm.
And again, like, Anima here had like 100 bar meters. So it's like, all right, you summon the bot. I'm going to try and win this next interaction so that you are not in a position to take advantage of Thunderbolt.
Yeah. Oh, no.
Ah, 6B got duffed. 6B got duffed. Check him. Arbiter sign now, you know, catching him wiggling. Oh, what a magnificent fight. Arbiter sign
Wow.
through the wall. Wow, this Gold Lewis really swung out with a Behemoth Typhoon. And what coverage, too. The PRC, seeing him go, reacting, going up there. Oh! Okay.
Damn.
We're fine. FD, just not take the chip. FD again, not take the chip. We're far enough away, let's fight back.
This is a ton of chip even with FD.
Yeah. I think they ran out of meter near the end, though. That's when they go. Oh, God. Oh, lordy. Oh,
disaster.
no. Sweetheart, not like this.
Yeah, okay, that was interesting. The 6P to knock the Gold Lewis away and then block the drone.
Mm-hmm.
Very interesting.
Right? Like, those are some ideas. Let's look at this one again. This is one of the other ones we looked at earlier. But we got a lot of good ideas for defense coming to us
for
now,
sure.
right? Like, just being more proactive on it.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
Duel 1. Let's rock.
Oh, come on. That 6B is going to be good. Alright, now we check. Controlling space. When they get close. Like, this Testament is really good, I think, at, like, picking the buttons to challenge the particular space with.
Yeah.
From 6B. Air Fireball. Oh, okay, here we are. And then, yeah, read something, got thrown. Here we are. Just picking block for now. It's like, alright, Kai. What are you gonna do? He says, Stun Dipper! And we're like, you gotta steal these reds. Clear Lamp is doing.
Ooh.
What walls he run up? Massive hit.
Should be dead. Oh no.
But, you know, guess for life. Strike throw. Safe jump. There it is.
Wow.
And, you know, of course, they had the 50 bar so that they could have PRC'd if needed. Always looking for these. This guy's food or arc happy, so it's easier to look for. What stun dipper? Bro. Oh, shimmy back, looking for a throw tech. Okay, what's the Testament gonna do now? We're holding this. YRC, busted it out.
Wow.
He's like, no, I don't want to do this. And Kai's like, hey, I can do that too. Oh, what do we get caught doing? Gold burst. Now all of a sudden, this is a match. Oh god, Thunderbird again. Dash blocking.
Mm-hmm.
Using the FD macro. Overhead just to make him think about it. Swap sides. What a backdash. Look at that choice. IB. Cross.
Oh.
Now here we go, game 3. Starting off strong, playing with Arbiter Sign. Kai just going for the ankles. There's that shimmy in. And see, like, this is the thing that this Kai player has picked up on, is that this Testament,
Grabs.
yeah, a bit of grabs, like they're threatening it, and you know they're constantly threatening it just to catch him doing that one finally. So that, you know, like, because they hit these, they're hitting these, and so it's like, oh, you tech.
Yeah.
Oh, and now, all right, now I made you whiff throw. Now you die.
Oh, yeah.
And then they do the low to blow up the stand to tech, and then
Dropped it. Wow, a rope punish though. Dang. I guess the corner's probably worth it.
yeah, I mean, if they do a combo and they go mid-screen, the game's very much
Yeah.
out of their control.
Right, you're
If
not
they-
gonna kill him with a combo there.
Plus
So,
Kai had burst, so like they
yeah.
could have just bursted, and then they'd be back in the corner with like maybe one button's worth of damage added to Kai.
Right.
So throw,
yeah.
deny the burst, force him in the corner. Now you're in this situation where you can run your offense, and Kai's at a sour spot. There's that 5D again. Just looking, just checking. Oh, that's spooky. Stun, dipper, stun, dipper, stun, dipper. They're not checking it. Their pressure isn't looking for it.
Yeah.
This guy knows it. Like, yo, man. See it whiff. I'm sliding in those DMs.
5-frame move.
I'm curious what this one does against him.
Oh yeah, this is.
Our strongest player out here is an Eno main.
Oh really? Yeah,
we,
Eno
we
is
get wrecked by her.
nuts.
So I can use any use. Okay, block, take the turn back. Nice and passive play, catch him. Yeah, we just do a neutral.
What is the punish for stroke there? That's stroke, right?
That was HCL.
Oh, HCL. Okay.
That was chemical load. It's a fairly safe move.
Okay.
That's stroke.
Oh, that's stroke. Okay.
Oh, that. Dive, HCL.
You just have, I guess, yeah, you just have to respect it and maybe punish, like, when... Is she, like, super minus when she falls to the ground?
Not if, I mean, if she whiffs that, maybe, but if she blocks it, or if you
Yeah,
block it,
yeah, it's... Yeah, if you block it, it's probably nothing you can do, but...
just depends on, like, the ranges.
Yeah.
We'll see. It's hard, because Eno's got some great buttons to just mash. There we go, sliding on in. HCL, reversal, well, not reversal time, but we space it out. Oh, this Eno loves it now. What the hell? Hack him, HCL. Full bombos.
Wow.
The dash block. Go low, covers with the no. This navigation here. Of course, Eno's matching 6B. That's such a good play. Oh, you hate to see it. You hate to see it. We pick block, and then we almost died for it. Look at that, just bet the game on a reversal super. Like, alright.
Wow.
Massive, putting up that wall. Not, don't let him in, chip him out. Good FD, Dino. Pressure, double jump. Dealing with that note. Here's FD to push Eno out. Now, FDing Eno is huge because then you take away their ability to float in on you.
Oh,
Dash up.
right. Yeah,
Because
yeah.
then it's a lot more reactable. Back dash we saw, gets caught. Oh, the delayed overhead by messing with the timing. Some good ideas here. Run up close slash, just play to get a hit. Animal stuff. CL, there we go. Get some ideas. Like, we're seeing players complement FD with other choices.
Yeah. So for next week, do you want me to save particular replays? I basically try to play like every day, so
yeah. If you want to, if you think there's a replay that you want to go over for us to look at, feel free to do so. If you want me to look at them as soon as possible, I do also do replay reviews as well, so you can just request one of those, and then we can do it like remotely, where you can annotate, ask questions in a replay, and then I can do my own notes to it. Otherwise, if you want to save stuff and wait until next week to talk about them, I'm more than happy to do that too.
Yeah.
I don't close the Friday night before. But wait. When do I work? Oh, I work in the evening. I'll be fine. I should be fine. Yeah, I'll be fine. I just
Yeah,
remember.
if you need to move that
it's
next session date at all, just let me know. No big deal.
Yeah, not a big deal.
And then
But yeah.
I'll work on this stuff and then have some replays that we can go over that I'm just like, what the fuck was I supposed to do?
Right, yeah, right,
Yeah.
like stuff like that. Of course.
Yeah.
So, but I think that's going to be the biggest thing. Like you have like a passive sort of defense thing, which it's good to have that
Right.
in your toolkit. In fact, I think that's a very good baseline because
Mhm.
I'd rather you like be comfortable with like I'm just going to block than
Right.
not, because then that means like you can always fall back like to that as like an option to just not get opened up. Like, okay, this guy's frame trapping, this guy's staggering, I'm just going to chill. But if you find better ways to sort of challenge your opponent's options and your opponent's pressure, that's where your world is going to open up
Right.
to find opportunities to get back in the game and to escape the corner. Because if you want to escape the corner, you gotta make a challenge. You gotta pick a way to get out.
Yeah.
Are you
yeah,
jumping
for
out?
Sure.
Are you mashing out? Are you reversal supering out? Like, what was the play, Doc?
Right.
So-
yeah, I think for too long I've been just like kind of like you know, kind of relying on like them making like a really big mistake and then me just punishing it to get out of the corner. But I think like with the players that I play with now more consistently just have like that isn't there, right?
Yeah.
Like
They're not
Yeah,
going to
get
make that
more
mistake.
yeah, so cool.
Keep it a lot tighter. Awesome. Any other questions or things for me?
No, I think I've got a lot to work on this week, so thank you so much. This was great.
Absolutely. I'm glad we got to work on stuff. Sounds like we got some good concrete goals. What are the sticky notes I got down for you again? I just want to review those.
Big capitals at the very top. Use burst.
Good. Good.
Use FD with a purpose. Create space to challenge, not just FD for space. Play RPS in defense. FD is just one option of the defense. And then I just wrote down some of the tech that we're stealing, like the counter hits, 6H into teleport.
Yeah.
cross-up
Those
thing.
lab those out. The sticky
Yeah.
notes you should have should be your goals on defense. So like
Right.
your RPS options for defense are going to be like block, jump, backdash, throw, mash.
Right.
There's like 5 options to cycle through.
Mm-hmm.
And then as you
Okay.
kind of think about it, like as you play, I want you to think about what options each of those covers, so then you can kind of find like overlapping things, so that when you pay attention to your opponent, how they're structuring their offense, you can go to one or two of those options to beat the same option or to call different stuff out.
Yeah. Right. Okay.
So, and then just read those sticky notes before you boot up a game. Remind yourself and make that your goal. Like I'll put it this way: your goal when you're starting to do things like this shouldn't be to win. It should
Yeah,
be to
absolutely.
apply this new tech. It should be to do this. Besides,
Yeah,
I'll tell you
my
this.
win condition should be getting out of the corner. Like if I get out of the corner against somebody that I normally don't get out of, like I should be like, cool, I won.
Yeah, right? Yeah, like, okay,
Yeah.
I'm learning to do this and add this as part of my game. That's going to be the part of your long-term development that's going to help you get into Celestial Floor. That's what's that's going to be a huge part of it. If you do like these things and you work on adding these to your gameplay, like the results will come. Let the results
yeah.
come to you, because power which comes to you in an opposite way is power which you can be trusted.
Right.
It's not there because you reached out and grabbed it. It's because it came to you.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
That's-
that makes sense.
That's sort of to quote a philosopher that is quoted by a rock band I listen to.
Oh, nice.
So, but yeah, if you focus on those things, I think you're going to start to see a couple improvements. I think you'll get some deeper runs. I think you'll notice your games will be more back and forth.
Yeah.
Instead of just like, oh, he put me in the corner and I lost. It's like, no,
Yeah.
I could have gotten out here maybe. Maybe I should try this. And again, if you don't know an answer to like a situation to something like that, quit the matchmaking, go in the lab, set it up, explore around, like work on some answers, or look at some top level footage, see if you see them get how they deal with the situation.
Yeah, right. Okay.
So
Great.
awesome.
Well, thank you so much for your time, man. That
Hey,
was
absolutely.
really informative.
I'm glad that was the case. Thank you for trusting me and for coming on up, booking with me, and holding to it. I've had one student
Yeah.
like do a free consultation, just never get back to me or anything, which
Oh, damn.
bummer, but it happens. It was a free consultation,
Yeah.
so
Yeah, right, of
not
course.
too big of a deal. But appreciate that. I'm excited to see how we grow and develop. And yeah, if you got questions, if you need any sort of advice or things like that, or you got like an update for me, by all means, send it on through. I love hearing about progress.
Great. Yeah, I will let you know. Thanks
Okay.
again, man.
Hey,
I will-
absolutely.
Yeah, you have a good weekend.
That is my plan. I got my local in a few hours. I'm gonna try
Oh,
and nap
nice.
for that.
Are you gonna go to Evo?
Yes.
Oh, nice. I'm also going, just for fun.
There we go.
But-
Well, hey, it all starts somewhere. Let's try to like meet up. It would be cool.
Yeah, that would be cool. Yeah. All right, cool. Well, I will talk to you next week.
All right, I'll talk to you next week, Elegant. You have a awesome time and burst.
Yeah. Thanks. See you, dude.
Okay, see you. That is it for the session there, my friends. With that, I will be cutting the stream, and I will probably